Anyway, so Halloween Ends producer addresses whether production delays have impacted upcoming sequel story. Now, before we even get into any of that, before we even get into any of that, so we did an update a while ago. Fandom Empire broke this story about a month or so ago. And I know it kind of just fired off from there. Again, if you want to know nothing about Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends, minor spoiler alert. In 3, 2, 1. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends don't take place on the same night.
Are you serious?
Officially now. They do not take place on the same night.
Which is still a little tough for me to grasp, honestly.
It'll be okay.
I don't know if it is for you.
We'll figure it out. It's the more I think, at first I was like, what the but the more and more I thought about it, I was like, okay, I can kind of see how this is gonna I kind of understand. There was a lot of talk that
Michael?
I don't know what the hell that was. Something just flew into the window behind me. There's a window behind this black thing, and something definitely flew into the window.
Michael?
Don't know what that was. Hope nobody's breaking into my house. Anyways, there was a lot of talk about potentially the reason for the change in the script and the change in the story was because during the pandemic, they had more time to go back and reevaluate things and look at the script for Halloween Ends and say, you know what? Let's change this. Let's change this. I know Jamie Lee Curtis read the script, the updated script for Halloween Ends on the plane ride to Italy to the world premiere in Venice of Halloween Kills. And we have a little bit, good Lord. There we go.
He was
holy
like,
shit.
Okay, bye, Miguel.
God damn you.
We have a little bit of news about Halloween Ends and how the pandemic impacted the storyline. So the trilogy of the David Gordon Green directed Halloween films was initially I don't know what I'm doing. I almost said Halloween films. Halloween films was initially slated to conclude with Halloween Ends coming October, only for the coronavirus pandemic to see both Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends delayed by a year. Despite production on the conclusion of the trilogy being pushed back a year, the producer of the film, Ryan Freimann, confirms that the final chapter in this series hasn't undergone many changes or updates, noting that if the filmmakers end up spending too much time trying to fine-tune an experience, it might come with detrimental changes. Halloween Kills hits theaters and on Peacock on October 15th, and Halloween Ends currently has an October 14th, 2022 release date. It's pretty much on track with where it was, Freeman confirmed with comicbook.com. David and co-writer Danny McBride went off and just wrapped Righteous Gemstones Season 2 yesterday. They've spent the last 6 to 7 months doing that. David's got he's such a creative force now that he's doing The Exorcist and he's got a Hellraiser TV series. The floodgates of horror are open to him. So I think he also has his convictions, and I think that he knows the general direction that he's sailing the ship. He continued, so are we going to avoid little things here and there? Yes. Has it given us time to reflect on things? Yes. And in some ways, it might be good and hopefully not, because I know sometimes when I sit with things for too long, you can juggle them to death instead of just going with your gut.
Yep.
But to answer your questions sufficiently, it's more or less the same thing we've had all along. So there you have it. So Ryan Freimann is saying that really the pandemic didn't really change the story that much. It's been pretty much the same from what they were originally going to do from the very beginning. Now, is he just saying that? I don't know. Is that true? I don't know. Not much was really known about Halloween Ends. Still not much is known about Halloween Ends unless you're an insider and you have that insider information, which we don't. And I don't really care to know that much about Halloween Ends. I'd rather see kills first and then go from there. But yeah, we know that Halloween Ends is going to be a very different film from Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is going to be balls to the wall and, just high on goob a ton. But Halloween Ends is going to be different. So
yeah, and I'm glad he mentioned his concern of quote unquote juggling it to death, because whenever it was like pushed back a year, but damn near a year because of the coronavirus, people fall into that some people tend to fall in that little notion where it's like, okay, I have more time to look at it, review, edit, and then change some things up, as compared to like, leaving it alone. Like, okay, you're done with it, it's finished. Let's roll the dice with it.
Yeah.
But if you have time and you like spend too much time reviewing and everything, you get too critical on it. You end up
Yep.
like making like small changes here and there that really should have just been left alone. Like
Right.
that was my concern initially when I found out that there were talks of big changes happening after the coronavirus event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
Definitely.
mean, it's good to know that he's like saying, "Hey, we wrote the script. We made some small little changes here and there, but it's essentially the same thing that we wrote a year ago."
Right, right. So let me get some of these comments here. J Dead says, I live like 30 miles from where they're filming or from where their shooting ends in North Carolina. I'm gonna be checking it out a lot. I'll keep you all updated. Sweet, man. You'll have to keep us updated if you get any nothing too crazy, nothing too cray, but if you get any pictures or anything, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I already heard a rumor about ends, like what the overall story will be if you all want to know. Honestly, J Dead, I don't think I do want to know yet. I think I want to see kills first and kind of make my own ideas and my own speculation before I really learn anything too much. Art says yes, Halloween ends. Yes, we're finally here. He also said David Gordon Green said the script evolved, and I like that. I do too, and I think based on what Ryan Freimann has said, is it Ryan or is it Rain? How do you say it? Rain. I think it's Rain.
Yeah.
Based on what Ryan Freimann has said, it sounds like nothing huge changed, like the overall story of the change, or the overall story changed. That's what I was going to say. It sounds kind of like little things here and there have changed. So nothing like completely off the wall crazy. Just little things here and there. So let's see. This is kind of just recapping what the new trilogy is. I think there are other ways and other mediums in which to explore this franchise. The Ryan Freeman pointed out Ryan Freeman, excuse me. I wouldn't necessarily say. I mean, there's always interest in exploring Halloween 3: Season of the Witch again. Is it something we'd race to do? I don't know. Our focus has been COVID delays, figure out how to do Halloween ends and shoot it, COVID protocols and all of that. All of those things coming out of that, that's been our focus. But I think it would be something where we explore the other outside areas of the Halloween universe. He also added, I think after this many films too, we have to look at other places just to get a little more creative, right? So that's even kind of interesting. So they're kind of looking at
Season of the Witch. They
maybe
want it.
doing a Season of the Witch thing, which I'd be down for. I think you need to wait a few years after you finish this trilogy, though.
Which I would be honestly cool if they're gonna do what I was hoping that they would, which was make a anthology of just Halloween in general. The initial goal of John Carpenter's vision of Halloween.
Right. I really hope that after Halloween ends, they're not like reboot it. like a year later, they're like,
I hope not.
Rob Zombie. No, we need you back. No, I hope they don't reboot
Rob Zombie
it right
again is like,
give it.
Rob Zombie says, "Honey, get the Notebook."
They want Halloween 3. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that was going to be Halloween 3D? Like, why? Like, I don't need Michael Myers in 3D. Like, that's just not something that I.
It would have been the tacky version, like 3D. You know what I mean? Like, it's unnecessarily in your face.
Oh, of course it would have been tacky.
So
it would have been tacky as hell. J Dead says, I don't blame you. I kind of wish I didn't know now. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is like, again, I feel like I've actually navigated Endgame. I was kind of spoiled. Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of spoiled with not with like Iron Man's death, but like the whole time travel thing and like what was going to happen. I was kind of spoiled and I was kind of disappointed. But I think I've actually done okay with Halloween Kills. Like, I know surface level things, like I said before, but I don't know who dies. I don't know how the movie ends. I really don't. So, like you said, you know enough to be excited, and that's kind of it. That's kind of where you.
That's kind of the goal in a movie that you love so much.
Definitely. So you would like them to do the anthem after. So say after we finish Halloween ends, Michael and Laurie die, or Michael dies, or whatever. Do you want to see more Michael Myers, or do you want to see more of an anthology type deal?
I just would love to see more of an anthology kind of feel. Like, again, guys, I'm sure you guys, we all agree Michael Myers is a fantastic horror icon, but I mean, like, the way they're hinting at it is like his story is about to become his story is about to come to a conclusion.
Yeah,
And
I
we have
think
to
it
come to
has
terms
to.
with that. It's
Right.
like the Iron Man thing. It's like, look, Robert Downey Jr. is old. Like, he can't play Iron Man forever, so we have to give it a decent conclusion, which they did.
Right. All good stories have to come to an end.
Very true.
Like they just have to. J Dead also says, I think after Ends there'll be an anthology on a streaming network, maybe a Loomis Chronicles. Yeah,
That's
I've heard
what
a
you
lot of people
mentioned.
talk about that, like Loomis dealing with patients or Loomis dealing with like a young Michael or something like that, and like really diving into like Loomis's head. And I think that'd be cool. I think if they do remake Halloween, which I think it's pretty safe to say in a decade or whatever, they're going to remake Halloween. Because as Miguel said earlier, money, 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 money.
It would be interesting to have a Loomis series. Because, well, I was gonna say, because you see how like heated Loomis has been in the first Halloween. So it's just like, Jesus, like, I wonder why he's like that. Because it can't just been from like just meeting Michael and just trying to figure out what he is, since he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Like, you can't necessarily be that critical of a human being if he just doesn't talk and he just stares at you. Like, something has had to happen during his childhood all the way up to his 21st birthday where he comes out. I think,
Michael?
right? Yeah. He was 21
I mean,
in Halloween,
of course,
right?
Yeah, he was 21. And I mean, of course, a lot of people would argue that, like, even thinking about Loomis is like staring at the wall, looking past the wall. He just stared at a wall. Like I mean, we're not going to show Michael like suddenly talking or anything. Like,
yeah, I hope
it's not going to be crazy. I think it would be more if you really kept the focus on Loomis. That would be interesting.
Yeah,
because it would be more of Loomis's like, okay, I'm going to try to help this kid. I'm going to try to get to this kid at the beginning. It's kind of like a
Silence of the Lamb.
Towards the end, Loomis is like, oh my, I can't get through to him. Like, sitting at a bar drinking, like, oh, like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, this is like, I can't do this.
Yeah, make it like a psychological thriller and make it like a series. It'd be pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, if you think about Loomis's arcs throughout the original sequels, I mean, Miguel, that's part of the reason I'm excited is for you to see Loomis in like 4, 5, 6, because Loomis is freaking, he's drunk half the time. He's scarred up and burned. He's sick of people like ignoring him about Michael. Like, Loomis loses his shit in the later sequels. Like, and it's just like, why won't you go? Like, just crazy. So, I mean, I could be down for a Loomis series. I still think I would pick Gary Oldman. If they're going to reboot Halloween, I would pick Gary Oldman to play Loomis. I really would. That would be my pick.
Don't know who Gary Oldman is.
What?
Wait, hold on. I'm going to know him as soon as I see it.
Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy?
Oh. Really?
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think he would make a great... Now, in a reboot, not playing Donald Pleasance as Loomis. In a reboot, I think Gary Oldman would make an incredible Loomis.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I'd be down. So that's a little bit about Jason Blum's, or I'm sorry, not Jason Blum, Ryan Freeman's. Yeah, J-Dead, Miguel hasn't seen. I'm working on it, man. That's why hopefully we'll get a couple more commentaries this season. Because definitely I want Miguel to see some of them because we're gonna have a good old time. It says I have new comments, but it won't let me scroll down. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this. Oh, yeah. Art says, are you guys going to do live watch alongs for the rest of the Halloween franchise? We still got 27 days of October. We'll see. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Maybe to do like a couple at a time. I know we'll probably do a couple recorded commentaries too. But we'll see. But like I said, I have all of next week off. So Miguel, if you're free, let's do it.
Hold on, baby. I'm coming. For that. Jesus Christ. You gotta be quicker with that button, man, for it to work.
I know. J-Dead says he's going to love